Today, let us talk about a very important concept, labor legislation. Now, first of all, you might be thinking, what exactly does this term mean? See, the word labor simply means workers, the people who work in factories, offices, mines, shops, or even in unorganized sectors. And legislation means lawmaking. So when we put them together, labor legislation means the body of laws that are made to protect workers and to regulate the relationship between employers and employees. Why do we need such special laws? Because workers are usually the weaker party in comparison to employers. They may face problems like low wages, long working hours, unsafe working conditions, or even exploitation. Labor legislation ensures that such issues are properly regulated and workers get justice. For example, the Factories Act 1948 talks about safety and health of factory workers. The Minimum Wages Act 1948 ensures that no worker is paid below a certain amount, and the Industrial Disputes Act 1947 provides ways to resolve conflicts between employers and workers. Labor legislation is actually a part of social legislation, and its main objective is to ensure the economic and social progress of workers. Why is this important? Because workers are often the weaker section in industrial life, and without proper laws they may face exploitation. According to K.N. Wade, a well-known writer on labor law, labor legislation deals with employment and unemployment, wages, working conditions, social security, and the welfare of industrial workers. So you can see it touches every aspect of a worker's life. So the purpose of these laws is to solve the problems of a person by looking at them as a worker, not just as an individual. The aim is to regulate labor problems, protect rights, and prevent exploitation by employers. Now, what are the main subjects of labor legislation? They include the quantum of wages, payment of wages and deductions, working hours, rest intervals, weekly holidays, physical conditions of work, social protection such as maternity benefit, and even the functioning of labor unions. So, in simple terms, labor legislation is about giving workers dignity, fair treatment, and protection, while also maintaining harmony in industrial relations. Now we are going to clear a very common doubt, how labor legislation is different from social legislation. Now first let us understand one simple thing. Social legislation is a very broad term. It includes all the laws that aim to improve the social and economic conditions of weaker sections of society. For example, laws against dowry, child marriage, bonded labor, or laws for the protection of women and children, all these come under social legislation. The idea is to bring social reform and justice in society. But labor legislation is a special branch of social legislation. It is focused only on workers and their relationship with employers. Its main purpose is to solve labor-related problems like wages, working hours, rest intervals, weekly holidays, safety, health, and the right to form unions. For example, the Factories Act 1948, the Minimum Wages Act 1948, or the Industrial Disputes Act 1947. All these are labor legislation. So you can imagine it like this: social legislation is the big tree covering many issues of social reform, while labor legislation is just one strong branch of that tree, dealing only with the lives and welfare of workers. In short, while both aim at social justice, labor legislation is narrower in scope and directly linked with employment, industry, and worker welfare. If this is useful for you, please like and share the video and subscribe our channel. If you want PPT, then visit PPT section of my website. Link is given in description box. If you would like to purchase my book on labor law and industrial relations, the link is provided in the description box below. And if you want to practice free multiple choice questions on this topic, you can visit the multiple choice questions section on our website. The link for that is also given in the description box. Thanks for watching. In our coming videos, we will study more about labor legislation and also look at important acts one by one. So stay connected.